You were never empty. Even when the world told you to search, to beg, to wait for something out there, you were never without light. Because from the moment breath entered your body, something sacred moved in. A presence, a power, something older than language, deeper than doctrine, something divine. That something is JAH. The world has forgotten. Babylon has replaced this knowing with noise, with distractions, with lies. They've turned faith into fear and spirit into spectacle. But Rastafari speaks with the voice of remembrance. JAH is within. This is not just a belief. It is a return to origin, a remembering of the soul's native tongue. To say JAH is within is not a metaphor. It is recognition. It is the declaration that the very force which set the sun ablaze, that carved rivers into mountains, also lives and breathes inside of you, right now, not tomorrow, not when you become better, but now, in this breath, this moment. You are not just flesh. You are flame cloaked in form. You are not just mind. You are motion powered by spirit. And that spirit is the essence of the Most High. That's why the Rasta don't chase temples. That's why the Rasta don't bow to buildings. Because the true altar is not made of stone. The true altar beats in your chest. It is the pulse of I and I. You see, the phrase I and I comes from this very realization that there is no separation between the self and the divine. I and I does not mean two. It means one. One self, one spirit, one JAH. We don't serve JAH like servants lost in distance. We express JAH like flames drawn to sky. You're not made to be low. You were made to rise, not by force, but by alignment. Not through ritual, but through recognition. When you realize JAH is not separate from you, then prayer becomes presence. Worship becomes action, and the sacred becomes your every step. So when the Rasta says, JAH is within, he is not teaching a doctrine. He is offering freedom. He is lighting a lamp in a dark room. He is reminding you of what you already know, but may have forgotten. You are not lost. You are not far. You are already home. Babylon. Babylon doesn't want you to know the truth. It doesn't want you to remember that JAH lives in you. Why? Because if you understand this, they lose their power over you. If you realize you are divinely connected, you stop searching for salvation in corrupt systems. You stop fearing the man-made monsters they've built to control you. When the people remember JAH is within, Babylon crumbles. Look at the system we live in. It tells you that power is distant, that you need to go somewhere, do something, pay something to access the Most High. But this is the lie that keeps the people asleep, searching for salvation outside themselves. Religion, politics, corporations, all of it tells you you are not enough. They try to make you feel small, powerless, weak. But the Rasta says, I am enough, because JAH is within. They put a price on truth, then they sell it to you. They put a price on your spirit, then sell you a path to freedom. But Rastafari brings the revelation, you don't need to buy what's already yours. You don't need to kneel to someone else's idea of God. When the Rasta says, JAH is within, it is an act of resistance. It is a revolution of consciousness, a refusal to accept that your power is anything but divine. Because if you realize JAH is within, you are no longer a slave to Babylon's systems. Babylon feeds on ignorance. It thrives on your doubt. But Rastafari feeds on knowledge, wisdom, and spirit. And when the people wake up to this, there's no system left to control them. The power of JAH within is not some far-off concept. It's a living, breathing force that you can connect with every single day. It's not hidden. It's not distant. But it does require intention, focus, and care. So how do you tap into the divine presence that is already alive inside of you? First, be still. In a world full of noise and distraction, stillness is a revolutionary act. Sit in silence, breathe deeply, and listen. The voice of JAH is not shouting over the chaos. It is speaking in the quiet spaces of your mind. Second, live pure. Keep the temple clean. The body is your sacred space, and it deserves reverence. Eat ital food, simple, natural, nourishing. Stay away from that which corrupts the body and mind. When you live clean, you honor the presence of JAH inside you. Third, speak truth. Let your words carry the energy of JAH. What you say shapes your world. Speak with intention. Speak with integrity. Speak with love. When your words are rooted in truth, you are embodying the divine power of the Most High. Fourth, burn herb with reverence. Ganja is sacred. It is not for escape, it is for awakening. It opens the mind, clears the thoughts, and draws you closer to JAH. But it must be used in sacredness and respect. Let the herb be a tool, not a crutch. When you burn, do so in the spirit of alignment. Allow JAH to reveal the deeper truths that live inside you. Finally, reason with the Idren. Rastafari is about community, about building together. Reasoning, speaking with your brothers and sisters about life, truth, and JAH is a way to share and grow. The energy of I and I builds one another up, strengthens each other's light. JAH is within you, but you are not alone. You are part of something greater. When you connect with others who walk the same path, you amplify the divine energy inside. When you know that JAH is within, your life changes. You walk differently. You speak differently. You live differently. Fear begins to lose its grip on you. Because how can you fear when you know the Most High lives inside of you? How can you feel small when you are carrying the same energy that moved the stars? How can you bow to Babylon when you know you were made to stand tall, rooted in your divine power? This truth, JAH is within, shifts everything. It means you don't need to seek validation from the outside world. You don't need approval from Babylon. Your worth is not determined by their standards. JAH defines your worth. The moment you recognize JAH within, you become a force, a living testament to the divine. And when you walk with this power, everything in your life begins to align. No longer will you live in doubt, hesitation, or fear. You will live in purpose, in presence, and in peace. Because no matter where you go, no matter what you face, you know JAH is with you, within you. You are always connected to the divine. You are always protected by the spirit that flows through you. When you know JAH is within, you walk in confidence because you are never truly alone. You carry the power of creation within every step you take. The greatest freedom is knowing that you are connected to something eternal, something unshakable, something divine. When you align with the truth that JAH is within, everything else falls into place. Your life becomes an expression of that truth. You no longer chase after fleeting things. You are grounded in the eternal. You no longer live in confusion or fear. You are clear and centered. Your purpose becomes your guiding star, and every step you take is in rhythm with the heartbeat of creation. This is the true freedom that Rastafari brings, the freedom from the illusions of Babylon, the freedom from doubt, the freedom to live as your true self. Not a self dictated by the world, but a self grounded in the divine essence within. And when you live from this place, you become a light in the world. You inspire others to look within themselves and find that same divine spark. you become a living reminder that we are all part of the same divine whole. I and I. So stand firm, walk tall, and know this: JAH is within, always. You are not just a part of the world. You are part of something greater. You are a vessel of the divine, here to express the light of JAH in all that you do. This concludes the 5 sections. Each part flows into the next, keeping the message strong and clear while shifting the tone and style to maintain engagement. Let me know how you'd like to move forward, whether you'd like help with the visuals, final editing, or further tweaks. You said, "Now, give me a conclusion and a call for an action." ChatGPT said, "Certainly. Here's a conclusion and call to action to wrap up the video, ensuring a strong ending and engagement with your audience." Now that you've heard the truth, now that you've realized the divine presence that flows through you, the question is, what will you do with it? JAH is within you. He is in your breath, your thoughts, your actions. You have the power to walk with purpose, to live with peace, to rise above the noise of Babylon and stand firm in your true divine nature. This is not a one-time revelation. It is a way of life. Every breath is a chance to align with the divine. Every moment is an opportunity to remember who you truly are, a reflection of the Most High, walking the earth in the spirit of JAH. So, I ask you to take this truth into your world. Live in alignment with your divinity. Let JAH within guide your actions. Be fearless, be loving, be righteous, and share this message with others who need to hear it. If this message touched you, if it awakened something inside you, like this video, share it and subscribe for more truth, wisdom, and spiritual empowerment. Leave a comment below and let us know. How does JAH within change your perspective? How do you plan to live in alignment with your divine power? Stay blessed, stay royal, and remember always, JAH is within